Okay. Hi, Jody, Wari. You're always first. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sweet Melissa, 17, you're second. Rita, 4 Homes. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Eggs over medium. I like that. That's a good name. Eastman, Laura, and 48 others all joined at the same time. I can't read that fast, but thank you all so much for joining. We have a really special guest today. First of all, I hope you're all staying home together. I know some states are beginning to ease the stay-at-home orders. So if you're easing out, please ease out. Be careful, wear your mask. If you're still staying home, remember, active service, you're doing a good job. You're helping out. You're doing your part. We're still home together here. These are conversation series with the helpers, the healers, the cultivators of hope. And that certainly describes our guest today, Bob Roth, who is definitely a helper, a healer, and a cultivator of hope. And at some point, there's Patrick.
Why, hello.
This is, you always say that I should say, hi, I'm Maria Shriver, even though this is my account.
And hi, I'm Patrick Schwarzenegger, since it's not my account.
I'm his mother.
And I'm her son?
Yes, there we go. There's Bob. Bob is always here. I love Bob. I don't know Bob. Bob has a picture of himself with a mask on. Happy Nurses Day.
Happy Nurses Day.
That is true. I put that up in my grid this morning.
Oh,
Happy Nurses Day. We all owe such gratitude to nurses. Wow, are they doing an extraordinary job? They've always done an extraordinary job, and they are doing an extraordinary job. And there are many nurses who work in people's homes, taking care of elderly parents, taking care of people who are disabled. So nurses are everywhere. They come in all ages, and so we want to do a special shout out to all the nurses, right, Patrick?
Yes, all the nurses out there. Thank you so much for your work. You guys are on the front lines. You're the heroes right now, and you will continue to be, and always have been. But we know that you're under certain stresses right now during these last month and a half or two. And so you guys are all in our thoughts and our prayers and in our gratitude. And someone that we're speaking to today has been working directly with a lot of the frontline workers, the nurses, the doctors, finding ways to bring meditation to help people with anxiety levels, with stress levels. And
meditation, Bob, he's there. Bob Roth has this new initiative to help healthcare workers.
Oh, there he is.
Burnout, it's 70% even before the pandemic, teaching meditation to doctors and nurses and healthcare professionals who are on the front lines. He's going to talk about that with us. And no, that's not right.
No.
Cancel. But he is there.
Bob, you have to...
Request Bob.
Request.
Hi, Bob. Bob Roth, also writer of the best-selling book called Strength and Stillness. Bob Roth also happens to be my very own meditation teacher.
Wow. Someone just said peach is a good color on you. Thanks, Danielle. And then Jody said, love your color combo, Patrick. Wow. A little yellow.
I was talking about Bob, and everybody's talking about your clothes.
Well, they just said it's a good combo.
Okay, well.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Anyway, back to Bob.
Back to Bob.
Back to Bob.
Back
Bob
to you,
Roth.
Bob.
And he has a new podcast, so he's going to help us with some tools that will help us meditate and learn how to calm down during the day. And he's got this great new initiative coming out of the David Lynch Foundation to help our healthcare professionals that you might be interested in supporting or certainly learning more about. And as soon as Bob requests did he already request?
No, he wasn't.
Are you sure?
You will. It'll come up again in a second here.
Bob Roth, where are you, Bob Roth? I hope you're exhibiting strength in your stillness and intelligence in your stillness. Let's see, Compassionate Care Initiative is phenomenal. Shout out to UVA Health. Bob already does an extraordinary amount of work with healthcare professionals throughout this country, with vets, with kids in schools all over this country, bringing meditation to young kids. There he is, Meditation Bob.
There we go.
Meditation Bob. That's such a good name. What would your name be? Meditation. No, it wouldn't be meditation.
Yay!
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Hey. Kind of overwhelming to see the two of you. It's kind of overwhelming.
I feel like anytime I've seen you, it's been us two together.
I know we should be having dinner.
Well, we should say that Bob Roth has come over here to our house many times. He's a great friend. And as I said before, he taught me how to meditate. That's something I never thought any person could ever do.
And I'm in that boat right now.
And Patrick is in the boat, and Bob is being very patient with Patrick.
He is. He has been. And we just want to say, Bob, thank you so much for all the work you're doing right now. We know you continue to inspire a lot of people with meditation and other forms of practices. But, right now, specifically right now with COVID-19 happening, you're focusing a lot of your efforts to helping a lot of the frontline workers, the nurses, the doctors. So thank you so much for everything you've been doing.
Well, they're saving our lives, and we do. The David Lynch Foundation, Patrick, as you know, does work with veterans, and they're the ones who've been on the front lines for us. And now these doctors and nurses and orderlies and custodial staff, all of them who are on the front lines, the David Lynch Foundation is arranging to bring meditation for free to all of them, to really give them the tools to overcome trauma, but stress, but really even now start healing post-traumatic stress is what they're living with. It's a terrible situation.
So Bob, tell us, because you're actually going in and offering this for free. You started this new initiative at the David Lynch Foundation. You're raising money to bring meditation for free to doctors and nurses, custodial workers all across this country. You've said that doctors are experiencing real trauma on the job, just like people in Afghanistan and other war places.
Well, I mean, the thing is, there's something now called complex PTSD. PTSD can be one discrete experience. You're in harm's way, you're in Fallujah and a bomb goes off. But when you're just constantly in an abusive or frightening or traumatic experience, day after day after day after day, not sleeping, making life and death decisions, then you begin to experience and display the exact same qualities of post-traumatic stress that we see with veterans coming back. And nurses, the same thing. It's a terrible situation, and it has to be addressed. It's not going to go away just because we ignore it. And yeah.
I have a question. So I know I've seen that you've been doing your podcast, and you've been giving people quick minute bits on how they can improve their day. I was thinking it'd be fun if you could do a minute here with everybody, because
Sure.
I know a lot of the doctors and nurses really have, not even that minute, and they're just working from literally, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just going at it. So I thought it'd be fun if we did a 30-second, 1 minute thing that could help everybody's days, that they can take away from this.
Very simple. I teach this to professional athletes. I teach it to business people, moms, kids, and it's on the level of breath. And the breath is such a simple thing. When we're nervous, Patrick, or anxious, we breathe in through our mouth, and all the oxygen goes here. But when we breathe through our nose, it comes up into the brain and calms the brain, particularly the amygdala, which is your fear reactivity center. So a simple thing which you can do, and no one has to know you're doing it even, is you just, with your mouth closed, you just inhale through your nose, fill up your lungs up into your head, hold it for 2 seconds, and then just gently through your lips, just exhale, just quietly, silently, until it's like all the way out like a flattened tennis basketball. Hold it for 2 seconds, and then back in through your nose. And hold it 2 seconds, and then out through your lips. Do that 2 more times. Good. So, and you don't have to strain or concentrate on anything, and all you've done, like we eat food, you eat protein to nourish your body. When you do breathing like that, it's nothing other than you're nourishing your brain and your whole body. And Dr. Tony Nader, who's in charge of now the TM organization, talks about this, that breath is very powerful. Transcendental meditation, as you know, that takes an hour a day over 4 days, and it's like infinitely more powerful. But in the meanwhile, this is great.
But Bob, one of the things I think that you taught me so well is to, all of us have these racing thoughts, all of us have these monkey minds, and not to try to fight that, but to just try to quiet yourself in the morning. You can go 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you can start with 2 minutes, or what you just did with Patrick and I, 1 minute. And what is the benefit of that? Why do you want, how will that help our healthcare workers? How is that helping our children? How does that help us as parents?
So I use it quickly in an analogy. You've heard of an ocean, choppy waves on the surface, and yet the ocean is silent at its depth. And the surface of the mind, that's our gotta mind. That's our worried, concerned, all the stuff going on. You write about it so beautifully in your Sunday paper, which I love. But yet deep within everyone, there's a level of the mind right now, Patrick, already quiet, already like an ocean, already quiet. So in TM, you get a mantra, which is a word or a sound that has no meaning from a teacher, and then you're taught how to just dive within effortlessly. That's fancy language. What's not fancy is the fact, according to research at Harvard, your body gains a state of rest deeper than sleep. Cortisol levels, which are our anxiety stress hormone, when you feel anxious, we have high levels of cortisol, drops 30 to 40%. If you get a good night's sleep, it drops 6 or 8%.
Wow.
Serotonin, which is your happiness neurotransmitter, we can feel so depressed during these days. And this low another neurotransmitter, serotonin, just drop down. During TM, a surge in serotonin, you feel better, and stays up. So all these things, Patrick, it's not, oh, I've got a positive mental attitude, or I just took 30 seconds of a deep breath. It's actually transforming the way our cardiovascular system, respiratory system, limbic system function. And that, to answer your question finally, is bringing a medical intervention to doctors and nurses on the front line that does something that no pill can do. No pill can do it. We're accessing a mechanism in the nervous system we've always had but forgotten how to access.
Someone just commented, "Wow, Patrick is so quiet." I think you put me in a trance there for a few.
No,
seconds.
you just fed your brain. You just
yeah, it felt great. I really did get relaxed. But then another question came up, which was the same thought I had: is how do you do that for longer than 30 seconds? How do you? It's funny because in my mind, I was wondering how long it had been, or like when was that moment kind of done, and how do people stay focused when they're just doing nothing?
Well, the thing is, I can just speak, and Maria knows, with TM, you're not doing nothing, Patrick, is a horrible, restless, frustrating thing, just to sit there and try and do nothing, or trying to stop your thoughts. It's like trying to stop waves on the surface of the ocean. No can do. But deep within everyone, deep within you, there's a quieter, deeper levels right now where your mind is the very appealing place. So when I teach you, if I teach you, I'll give you a sound, 1 or 2, 3 syllables, and I'll teach you how to use it in the most elegant, delicate way, like that. Your mind settles down. Is no effort whatsoever. We teach 10-year-old children who have ADD, and they can do it. and I can do it. So just
that means I can do it.
Huh?
That means I can do it.
Yeah, just sitting with your eyes closed can be very boring, but this is very fascinating. It's enjoyable.
And Bob, how is that helping our healthcare?
You have no idea how great this picture of the two of you is. It's just so great.
I'm still in a trance.
Okay, that's good. But I think we're seeing such high levels of anxiety, not just in young people, but really in everybody. People have lost their jobs. They don't know where their next paycheck is going to come from, how to feed their families. We have, as I said, record levels of anxiety. How does this help us?
It helps us because the thing is, we feel anxious, so we take a pill that suppresses the anxiety, but then it keeps us awake at night. So we take a pill to sleep better at night. But then we can't go to the bathroom, so we take a pill to go to the bathroom. And then that side effect is it makes us depressed. So it becomes this whole convoluted, and it's like a tree that's got all the leaves are dying, and we put water on all the leaves. Well, TM, Transcendental Meditation, is like watering the root. Just water the root, and the whole tree gets stronger. In the same way, deep within every one of us, and I should say, you don't have to believe a word I'm saying. You can be, I'm a skeptic, as Maria knows, very skeptical person. I love science. I'm not into woo-woo. I like big ideas, but not, and this, you can be 100% skeptical. You just access that quiet and your whole brain and body wake up in one stroke. So why this is necessary? What else are we going to do? We can't rely on pills our whole life. We can't. What we're doing with this, just like when you exercise, Patrick, you are accessing the mechanism in your body to be strong and resilient. Well, we do so much of health from the neck down. But the brain, 3-pound organ, runs the whole show. So for a few minutes twice a day, you do something that tones up the brain in the most effortless way, and it transforms life.
Yeah, so there are people asking here, like meditation, you're having a lot of success teaching meditation to young kids in public schools all over this country. Tremendous success in teaching meditation to women who are in domestic violence situations. You have a big program teaching vets, and now this new program going in to help with healthcare professional burnout. What is the response you're getting from doctors?
The doctors are actually, and nurses, the most receptive, because they live every day with the facts, the reality of you can't just ignore the stress. You know, oh, I'm tough, I can't sleep, I'm just going to muscle through, I can push through. Well, actually, no, you can't. You know, you can't. Your body keeps the score. And so the receptivity from medical doctors and healthcare providers, the most receptive right now. And I would say that right now, for example, with the veterans, Maria, we're just finishing up, we're going to do a study in 6 different VA hospitals, top VA hospitals in the country, as many as 600 to 1,000 veterans. And the results of that study will be used to get government funding for the 1 million veterans who suffer from PTSD, for them to learn to meditate for free. So we're really just taking the meditation and saying, okay, if you have a new medicine, you subject it to testing to get FDA approval so you can get insurance company funding. We're doing the same thing with TM, a new medical intervention that can be helpful for everyone.
Are there other kind of ways that you start your day, or that you go through your day besides the meditation that can help with overall mental clarity, mental health, brain, cognitivity, other things that you describe that come from the meditation?
Well, they actually say your day, if you want to have a good day, it begins the night before. So the whole thing is your good day begins the night before. And it begins the night before, so I've become on sleep. I mean, it's just, and the thing is, what I realized, you can't, do I have a few minutes to rant on sleep for a moment?
Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know how much time I have, but.
We started the clock, go.
Okay.
No, we're very calm here. Very calm. It's all.
I know it's hard to see.
I'm
it's
way
hard.
more calm than usual.
Hard. I just want to go over to the plate and get some guacamole when I see the two of you. So the thing is, let's say we go to bed at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. According to research, scientists, we need to start going to sleep an hour before that. Because you can't just get into bed and think you're going to, now you may sleep well, but for people who don't sleep well, the people who don't sleep,
millions of people,
millions and millions of people, that you have, for example, they say not to use your computer or your cell phone or your television. And I thought, why? Because the news is so bad. It's not the news. It's the blue light that comes off of and what blue light does, it suppresses melatonin. And melatonin is your sleep hormone. And you cannot sleep without melatonin. So if you suppress it from watching television and you say, okay, I turn off the TV, I'm going to go to bed. So there's, to answer the question, it starts the night before. I do stretching exercises. I eat really well. I take really good care of myself, because this thing is what I experience life through. And if I want to have high aspirations, if I want to get a lot of stuff done and follow in your mother's footsteps of making a better world 24/7 like Maria does, and everybody on this knows that, then I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of it. It ain't going to happen otherwise.
What I love about what you're also saying, Bob, is that you're working yourself. You practice doing meditation every morning when you get up.
50 years, 50 years.
50
Wow.
years. So some people can't do it for 50 or 20, 15 or 20 minutes, but even 5 minutes, even you could just see the difference of 1 minute. And I think 90% of us shallow breathe throughout the day. We're rushing, we're running. I know I do. And just taking a minute, even if you're at work, to go in the bathroom and do what Bob just taught us to do. That's what maybe some healthcare professionals can do now, is just go into the bathroom and
Yes, do that.
breathe. And then you can calm down and come back to your body. And if you're a parent and you have kids at home now and you're trying to homeschool, you know, locking yourself in the bathroom for a couple of minutes to breathe, you can come out and parent better, right? You can lead your company forward better. You can be a better healthcare professional. And Bob, where do people access all of these?
First thing is, to find out anything about Transcendental Meditation, it's a nonprofit educational organization run by wonderful people. You go to tm.org, tm.org. To find out about our program for veterans and healthcare professionals, go to davidlynchfoundation.org. And if you have any questions, all right, I'm going to do something bold here. I'm going to give you my actual email address. You can write me, and I will respond. This is mine.
Boy.
Maria knows. Bob@davidlynchfoundation.org. No, I want to be sure you're taken care of. I'll take care of you. Bob at Dave. Look at Patrick. Look, are you out of your mind? No,
Bob, also, you have a new podcast, which really brings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So talk about what you wanted to do. You wanted to give people practical tools.
So it's called Stay Calm with Bob Roth. Stay Calm, and it's on iHeartRadio, but you can access it on Apple and Spotify. And it's just short, 7 minutes. And I tell some stories about how meditation has been instrumental in helping all sorts of different people, homeless people, veterans, successful business people. And then I give a tip or two, just like we're talking about, for sleep, for diet, for exercise. And then it ends with 30 seconds of just quiet for a little moment of gratitude, to just appreciate the people that you love or the people who love you. And you can subscribe for free. Stay Calm with Bob Roth.
Bob taught one of your heroes. Patrick was reading Principles by Ray Dalio, and a lot of people felt, and Bob taught him, and a lot of people think, oh, I'll lose my edge if I meditate. And they're like, I don't have time to meditate. And your whole philosophy is you'll be a better leader, a better business person, a better nonprofit leader, a better parent if you try.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
So there's one thing, this whole thing about time. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. 1,440 minutes. So we're talking 20, 30, 40 minutes out of 1,040. For what? To make us clearer, more efficient, happier, more loving to the people that we love, to express it. So the morning meditation can be done 15 minutes before, getting up 15 minutes earlier, 20 minutes earlier, because you're sleeping better. And the afternoon or evening meditation, I'll tell you one story and then I know we have to stop. So I taught this single mom to meditate. She had 2 kids, 3 years old and 5 years old. She had she was not a wealthy person at all. And she said, I know I can do my first meditation before my kids get up. How am I going to do the second one when I get home from work at 5 o'clock and my kids are on me? I said, well, call me in 2 weeks. So she called me in 2 weeks. Her name was Laura. And I said, how's it going? She said, I meditate every afternoon. And I said, how's that? She said, when I get home, my kids say, Mommy, have you meditated yet? Because they get a better mom. They get a better mom. They'll give 15, 20 minutes to have their mom, and then she comes back refreshed. It's like an inner shower. Otherwise, it's just gunk. We're just carrying around gunk with us all the time.
I'll make sure to ask that to Maria.
I do it every morning. Thank you very much.
No, she really does. She
I
really does.
do. Yes.
Maria Shriver is my hero.
Well,
Mine too.
Well, you're my hero, Bob, and I want to really commend you for starting this program. You were starting to talk about healthcare burnout and our professionals way before this, and I think what you're proposing and what you're doing, they're going to need even way more. as the summer rolls around, because they have been working 24/7. So offering something for free to those who are saving our lives is such a great thing. And I'm going to donate to that today. So I just want to commend you for the incredible work that you're doing, and also in our schools, because when kids are calm, they learn better, right?
Oh, they have a thing called learning right now in school. The whole emphasis is on learning readiness. You can have the best computers, the best student-teacher ratio, but if the child or kid comes to school distracted, who knows what they've eaten, how much they've slept, they're going to memorize state capitals, they're going to go through algebra. So by starting the day, we call it quiet time, with 10 or 15 minutes of just, you don't have to sit in a weird position. Everything settles down, wakes up the brain, grades go up, graduation rates go up, suspensions go down, expulsions go down. And this is in some of the toughest schools in the country and some of the best schools in the country. Because we know we're in danger of losing a whole generation to stress.
Right.
A whole generation, we're in danger. The levels of anxiety and depression, we got to do something, and soon.
And you're doing it. So Bob Roth, his book is terrific. It's called Strength and Stillness. He has a new podcast. You can go to the David Lynch Foundation. They have teachers there, courses there. You can go to tm.org, as he said, which highlights his work and other great teachers around the country who are making a huge difference on behalf of vets, on behalf of public schools, all schools around the country, on behalf of women who find themselves in domestic violence situations, and now on behalf of healthcare providers who we all depend on. So as one of your students, I want to say thank you.
And I have only one last thing to say.
What?
Read Maria's Sunday paper.
Oh, thanks.
Best thing in journalism today. And I ain't exaggerating, and I'm not hyping. It's the best thing in journalism today.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Okay, see you later.
Appreciate talking to you. We hope you're well.
God bless you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bob Roth is really meditation, Bob. He's
Shout out to the Sunday paper. How do people sign up?
to the Sunday paper. It's free. You just go to mariashriver.com or to the Sunday paper, and you just get it. It comes to your inbox every Sunday. And its mission, it's a weekly newsletter with a purpose to inspire your heart and mind and help you see yourself as an architect of change to go out and make the world better.
Boom.
Boom. That's
Boom.
it.
Shebang.
Shebang. Yes. And so I hope you'll do that breathing exercise I think breathing for your brain, because shallow breath doesn't get to your brain and you don't get oxygen.
I'll try it. I was in a quite a state there. So.
Well, that's good. I want to put you back in that state. So guess who we have tomorrow?
Who do we have tomorrow?
We have Melinda Gates.
Wow.
We have Melinda Gates on tomorrow. We're going to do it at a special time because she's busy. So we'll be doing it at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
West Coast time, and we'll rerun it if you can't make it at 2 o'clock. And she's going to be talking about an op-ed that she's doing tomorrow morning, but she'll talk about, the importance of investing in medical research and also in caregivers. That's something that she and I have worked on together, and she'll be talking to us. So get your questions ready.
I will.
For
Melinda Gates and the Gates Foundation.
Yes,
they've been doing so much and tons of work, both her and her husband. So 10
I like that, her
tomorrow.
and her husband.
Yes, her and her husband.
He was one of the first people that also included his wife's name on the foundation. It's probably not a big deal to your generation, but to my generation, that's like big. That was big.
Oh yeah, they're great, and they've been working a lot recently to help with COVID-19 and giving resources. So I'm excited to talk with her.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, correct?
Yes,
10 a.m.
correct.
Pacific. So
yes. And try to check out meditation.
Au revoir. See you later. So calm.
Oh, Patrick, are you still doing Saturday Small Business?
Yeah, last week we did it on Friday, but this
We might
week
have
we
somebody
will.
this
We
week.
might have a very special guest on Saturday.
Wink, wink. Okay, bye.
We'll let you know tomorrow. We're so relaxed.